everyone. Hope everybody had a beautiful holiday and welcome to my channel. Welcome to new subscribers and my old subscribers. And if you're coming back, thank you. And if you're a new viewer, please subscribe. And don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. Okay, so today this is all about locks. By the way, if you like this look, I'm probably going to post this eventually, but today is about the locks. Okay, so I got a lot of questions, and I wrote some down, so if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my book. But I do get a lot of questions regarding my locks and the install process, how long it takes, how do I take care of it, if different types of hair can be locked. So I'm putting this video together so that I can come to you with it. The answers to your questions. Okay, the first one, why did you install locks? That's an interesting one because honestly, I had two friends that have locks already, and they told, because I've been natural since like 2016, I bake chop, and two friends back then was telling me I should get locks, but at the time I was like, oh no, I like doing my hair, I like changing it up, and if I get locks, I'm gonna be stuck in one style. And I want to have fun with my hair right now. So that was the reason I didn't get locks. And then, what was it, in 2000, I don't know, when did Black Panther come out? 2018, I think it was. 2018, I'm not sure, but okay. When Black Panther came out and his mother, Black Panther's mama came out with them dreads, her gray locks, just oh my gosh, she was queening, seriously queening. And I was like, okay. At the time, in 2018, I'm about to put my business out there. I probably was 48. And I said, okay, when I hit 50, I'm going to get locks. I'm going gray naturally. I'm going to be looking just like Angela Bassett in Wakanda. So that was my inspiration, my first inspiration. And then, okay, I didn't think about it for a while. And I kept doing me. And then in 2020, my 50th was coming upon me, and I started thinking about it again. My birthday's in June, and however, I know because of COVID, I wanted to do a photo shoot because there wasn't much else I can do, and I already had in my mind what style I wanted to do for that photo shoot. So I knew right after I took that style out, I was gonna let my hair rest for a while and then go in with the dreads, the locks. Well, the whole time my hair was up in that style, I had been researching, and I came across Finetti. I came across Kendra Kinshay. I came across a lot of other YouTubers that had started their own micro locks, and I decided that's what I want. And actually, there was some sister locks that would pop up, and I didn't really know too much about sister locks, but I liked the look. However, when I started doing my research, and I'm a DIYer when it comes to my hair. And I started looking at the sister locks and how I wanted my hair to look. And then again, I was obsessed with Finetti because she had every month documented of the process of her hair and the progress of it. So I was like, okay, I can do this. And she's a lot like, I'm doing a lot like her as far as not styling my hair too much too, because she wore it after she installed. She didn't do too much styling. I see a lot of other people do a lot of styling, which is very pretty. It's very nice. I went to locks because I wanted to be easier on my hair and not have to do too much to it. So that's why I like to not style it so much up. But I'm getting ahead of myself because those are part of my questions. But that does answer the question of why did you lock your hair? Okay. And then the next question is, how long did it take to install locks? All right. So as you can see, these are micro locks. They're not sister locks, they're micro locks. And I did the twist method. So it took me probably about, I want to say 14 hours, and I did it over a course of 2 days. And I think I did probably 10 to 11 hours the one day, and then I just was tired that night and then got up the next morning and finished it. So over the course of 2 days, about 14 hours. So yeah, I took my time with it, and it took me, I think the parting of it, because I wanted a grid, so the parting of it took almost an hour to get my parts together, how I wanted the grid to look. So That took a lot of time just to get that grid together, you know, with me using the mirrors, different mirrors in my bathroom and everything. So, yes, I had to figure that out, but it was worth it. See? All right. Next question. How long does it take your hair to lock? And looking at me in this video, some people might think that it's locked. Somebody already said that to me. It looks like your hair is already locked, and it really isn't. It started budding, and I think I first see my first bud probably at 3.5 months, in between 3 and 4 months. And then 4 months hit, I started seeing a little bit more. In fact, the first time I seen a bud with my own eyes is probably closer to 4 months, but I was feeling them in the back of my head. I can feel it like, oh yeah, that feels like it's budding, because you start feeling kind of lumpy. It's no longer feeling like a twist. So, and that's why I said I think I started budding after 3 months. But it could take I read a lot and I research a lot, but it could take up to a year to start before you actually start locking, or a little longer depending on the texture of your hair. Which brings me to my next question, because somebody sent me a picture of their friend, and the person had a looser texture hair, and they was asking, can her hair get locked? The answer to that, yes. That's the short answer. The long answer, she got to do her research, because there's different ways you can lock hair. You got twists, you got coils, you got back combing. I think back combing is really used for a looser texture. So you really got to do your research. Interlocking is another method, which I use to maintain my hair, but I put two strand twists in mine to begin my locks. Next question I just answered. How do you maintain your locks with interlocking? So I interlock probably every 6 weeks. Yeah, every 6 weeks. Any longer than that, then I'm gonna have a problem with my roots. What is interlocking is I take a tool and I install it's like I'm threading a needle, and it's like a curved needle almost too, like I'm sewing. So I put my hair through the hook, and then I interlock it through the roots. And I use a 2-point method. You can use 2-point, 3-point, 4-point. And I use a 2-point method because I like a little thicker look, and I don't want it to be too tight using the 4-point method. One day I'll show you the difference. What is lock popping? So a girl on my job she started locking her hair around the same time I did it, and she really was very, very new to it, as I was. However, like I said, I do a lot of research. And then one day she was talking about her roots of her hair and how it's starting to marry and everything. So I said, you don't pop your locks? And she said, what is that? So I'm going to explain it now. Lock popping is simply this. After I wash my hair, and you know you're going in and scrubbing your roots with the pads of your fingers, you rinse your hair, we come out, and because you did all that manipulation, some of your roots are going to start sticking together. What you want to do is pop those roots so that they don't dry like that. And then you got entanglements at the roots of your hair. So you just pretty much go through and do just what I said. Take the 2 twists and pop it from the untangle it from being married together at the roots. Again, this is why I also interlock every 6 weeks, because if I go longer than that and it marries, it takes me longer to interlock, because now I got to go through and pop all those locks, then interlock it, and that's not fun. Do you have any regrets installing locks? Not a one. The only regret I have is not starting it sooner. I hear a lot of people say that, but once you get it and it's installed, you will always say, why didn't I do this? Why didn't nobody tell me about this? However, 2 people that I said earlier told me about this. I just did not know that the journey was going to be like this, and I was going to enjoy it so much. Okay, pros and cons. My cons is a shorter list, so I'll start with that. Retightening. Retightening takes it can take me 8 hours to retighten my hair. Again, longer if I let my roots get married, and then I got to untangle that. However, retightening is also my pro, because I'm one that I'll put individual braids in my hair, and I'll braid my hair all the way down to my butt. This is when I was a loose natural, and that took me 20 hours at one time. So I have no problem with sitting for a day, going on Netflix or just watching TV and vegging out on TV while I'm doing my hair all day. I dedicate that time to myself, and it's just my time. So retightening can be a pro and a con for me. Another con, shrinkage. Shrinkage is real. Again, I started with like 10 to 12 inches. Probably the longest part of my hair was 12 inches. The shortest part was 10. And look where I'm at. I'm probably, if I put which I did because I wanted to know, if I put a ruler next to my twist now and not stretch it all the way out, just let it lay there, depending on where in my head, that could be 4 to 6 inches. So I lost inches when it comes to shrinkage. However, it's also a pro for me because the shrinkage made my hair look thicker, fuller. It gave me the volume. When I first put the locks in and my twist came down here, it was a thinner looking twist. So when it started shrinking, it started to look a lot fuller. So I'm embracing the process, and I know it has to shrink in order to lock. That was it on my cons. If I think of any more as I go, I will let you know. Pros, I got to keep going on the pros because I got a lot of those. Daily maintenance. I spray and I go. So I spray it with my water mixture or my rose water mixture. I got 2 different mixtures that I use. And I also put a little bit of oil in, to maintain my scalp. I'll go in with oil, castor oil, dark Jamaican black castor oil, probably once a week, 1 to 2 times a week at the most. And I will I continue to use that. Even, a lot of people don't want to use that on their locks, but I do because it's the only thing that's going to keep my hair moisturized. The lighter oils, I can go in with it, but it's not going to last. I'll be having to oil it more than once or twice a week. The next question, the next pro, is wash days. Wash days used to take me a whole day, which is why they're called wash days. Now I have wash moments. Quite simply, y'all excuse my dog barking in the backyard. He must be barking at the neighbors. But anyways, I'm going to keep going. Wash days are simply easy. I get in the shower. I wash my hair in the shower. I don't deep condition yet. I need to wait for my hair to finish locking before I start putting product in it. That's going to probably cause buildup, and it's going to be my hair's going to be trying to lock around that product, or it's not, or it's going to resist the process of locking because I got product buildup in my hair, and that's not what I'm trying to do either. So, but my wash days are very minimal because I wash and I get out the shower, put some oil on my hair, and then I keep it moving. Another pro is my hair is always done. This is it. This is my go-to style right here. This is it. After I get up in the morning, spray it because my hair might be matted to my head, the way I slept on it or whatever. I spray it, shake it, do my fingers like this, and I'm ready to go. If I want to get cute, I'll part it, take some, move it to the side. Guess what? It look a little different. Maybe throw a bobby pin in it. I do a deep part and put it this way. Look how easy this is. Look, a whole new look. See what I'm saying? And if I wanted to, I might put a bobby pin or a barrette or something in there, some accessories to make it look different. But that's about it. And that's a con. That's the hardest part for me because the no style. I'm doing a no style method, the very basic, so that I don't manipulate the hair too much. I've even done a braid out, and the last time I did a braid out, I mean, it was very nice when I did it. But I started thinking, because it made my locks look skinnier and look more like sister locks, and I'll insert a clip. Very nice. I got a lot of compliments on it, but I was like, okay, I don't want my locks to look that skinny. So I'm going to wait until they fully mature before I start doing another braid out, before I do any more braid outs or twist outs. So the con in that is, If you know me, you know I've always went in with different styles all the time, and right now I'm refraining from that. However, once they mature, I will be back. Okay. Last question. Last pro, I'm sorry. It is compliments. Let me tell you, this right here is a conversation starter because it's so authentic and so unique. So people always ask me, what is that? Because if they're not sure, you know, they ask, what did you do to your hair? It looks different. Now, mind you, because I used to change my hair up in so many different ways, so it's a different look for me. And so people are interested. They want to know what it is I did to my hair. And people know what locks are. Will say, "You locked your hair," and that makes me feel good because now I know it looks like locks and not just twists. So, to summarize all this, the learning experience I got. First of all, I learned a lot about myself going through this. I learned patience, and I learned to embrace the journey. But I've also learned to accept me as me. Yes, I learned to accept me as I am. Look at this hair doing this thing while I'm telling y'all that. Yeah, I learned to accept me as I am. And beauty took on a whole different role for me nowadays. It used to be, you conform to what everybody else thought beauty was. And now I no longer conform to what anybody else think beauty is. I conform to myself, and if I think it looks good on me, guess what? It looks good, and I'm gonna roll with that. I no longer care what other people think as far as what my hair is looking like, my hair texture. I haven't straightened my hair in over 4 or 5 years now, at least. I no longer put chemicals in my hair to try to make it look a certain way. I did used to do protective styles when my hair was loose. I did used to put in, even then when I did protective styles though, I did it with kinky hair because I wanted it to look like the hair that would grow out of my head and not conform to what society may think was beautiful hair. All hair is beautiful. If it grows out your head, what grows out your head naturally is beautiful. God gave it to you, so it's beautiful. And I learned to be able to accept that. And so that's probably my biggest takeaway from getting locks. But patience is one of them. I look at when I first started, I used to be like, oh, I can't wait for it to lock. Oh, I can't wait for my hair to look like hers. Oh, I can't wait for my hair to look like hers. That's another thing too. You're gonna learn not to compare yourself to other people. Again, no two heads of locks are alike. Even if you got the same texture, you installed it the same way, you got the same number of locks, it's still not gonna look like the next person's. In fact, I probably can't pick 2 locks in my head that look the same because they're on different stages. Some of them got buds, some of them don't. Some of the ends are coily. You look at them, you can see coily ends, like this might be one right here. And then if you look at some of the ends, it's more sealed. They're sealing up. You see that? It's more rounded. And but I just learned to embrace the whole process. I love to wake up every day to see what's changed. Again, but don't get crazy about measuring your hair every day because I'm not even thinking about the length of it right now. I think about the stages of it. So that's for me. That's the biggest experience right now is learning to embrace me as I am and love me as I am and know that I too am as beautiful as the next person in their own way, just in my way. So at the end of the day, you only got you to love. So like always, please like, comment, and share, and subscribe to this to my YouTube channel, and hit the notification bell, please, so that you can be notified when I bring new content. And I guess that's it. That's all I have. If you have any more questions you want me to answer, drop it down in the comment section. And have a good, beautiful rest of your week. As always, one love. Here's my 360. This is the front. This is the right side. Ooh, excuse me, my nose is starting to run. This is inside. I'm 5 weeks post-retire. I'm retiring next week, so this is what my grid looks like right now. And I do have a grid, believe it or not. I had put some babies in here, but this one came out, so I'm gonna have to put that back in. I have one right here. It's a little one. And I have another one about right there. So I do got little babies that I'm putting in as my edges start to grow in. So, it's getting there. Let me give you a back view. I'm gonna show you my kitchen, but don't judge. My interview. This is what the back is looking like. Again, I'm 5 weeks post-retire. I'm retiring next week, so my roots are not clean right now. I'm 4.5 months in. By the time I come to you with my 5 month, which I'll be a little bit past 5 months when I do it, I will have my retie. It's the left side. And then you can see my grid a little bit better once I do a retie. But this is what it's looking like. I think I have one little baby over here, but it keeps coming out too. So it's not even worth showing it to you right now. I don't think it's even in, yeah. Usually when I wash my hair, it comes out because it's so short right now, right in here. Yeah, so I'll put that one back in. So I still have those ones that come undone, but the rest of this never slips because of fussy hair. It hasn't slipped since I locked it. I think I might have had one slippage, maybe this one right here. And then once I put it in again, it's become like the longest one back there. But other than that, I never had any real slippage. Once I twisted it up, it started locking fast. No bunching. I do have, see what that looks like. It's forming. Let me see if I can find my favorite lock. Okay. My favorite one that had that bud. You never can find it when you want it. Hold on just a second. Okay. Here we go. See that bud? I showed y'all a long time ago. It's still in the, a couple weeks ago, not a long time ago, but a couple weeks ago. It's still in the process. I got a few of those around, but they're hard to find when you want to find them. So, but that one I always know what section it's in. So a few of them are starting to form buds, and again, it's part of the process. The rest of the hair is just frizzy. Again, part of the process, but I embrace all the process because with the fuzz and the frizz and the budding and all that, the volume comes. So if you've been paying I won't say that. If you've been watching me for a little while and I've been posting on my social media, on my Instagram and on my Facebook, I have been showing you the progress as I go along, and then you can see that my hair is thickening up. I mean, lengthwise, it hasn't really. You can't really see the length. I know it's growing because look at it. Okay, look at this. 5.5 weeks in. You see that new growth? You know, and it's gotten to where some of them I can even put my finger through it. So I just know that yeah. So it's time for a retie. But that's how I can tell it's growing. So it's growing fast. Every 5 to 6 weeks I have to mostly 6 weeks I go because I don't feel like doing it every 5 weeks. But every 6 weeks I'll have to retie it because these roots will start marrying, and then there will be a problem. I'll have to pull apart and untangle them and everything. So at 6 weeks is my mark that I will go for to do the retie. So other than that, that is my 360. I will turn one more time. Slowly. Thank you.